Virgo, welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is another Virgo channel and this is another Virgo reading. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. This is for your week ahead, January 22nd through January 28th. The title of the reading is This is the Week We Get Caught Up and One Choice Will Change Your Life. This is for all Virgo placements. Keep in mind that some things may not resonate with you or the entire reading may not resonate with you. Take what fits and leave the rest for somebody else. We're going to start with channel messages and then I'm going to dive into the cards. Please hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. I was going to say to show support and to push the video out to other Virgos. Please hit the like button for me. Anyway, first message I have for you is if it's not a yes, it's a no. If it's a maybe, it's still a no. Don't settle for anything less than you want. I also wrote down that some people can't leave well enough alone. They're arguing with themselves. Let them think they're right. I had this encounter last week with somebody who was intentionally trying to pick a fight and intentionally trying to argue, and I just agreed to disagree, and I allowed them to have their perspective, but I also was able to have my perspective at the same time, and they kept arguing. And then it ended up being like them talking back to themselves. So they're only arguing with themselves. Some people just want to argue, or some people just want to be right. Let them think that they're right. It doesn't hurt you any to let them think that they're right. Okay. I also wrote down no more going above and beyond for people, places, and things that don't appreciate us. And then I wrote down fire alarm, but it was actually a smoke alarm. And then I heard false alarm. So a couple days ago, I ended up setting off the smoke alarm. No actual fire happened, but I got these new air fryer liners, that's what they're called, air fryer liners to put in my air fryer, and I didn't put any food on it yet. I was just preheating the air fryer, but you need to put food on the liner, otherwise the liner gets sucked up and stuck to the little heat lamp thing that works for the air fryer. Hopefully that makes sense, but yeah. And it almost caught fire. But I started to sense that something was wrong, and then I went and got it, and then there was no actual smoke, but the smoke alarm went off. And I had to figure out how to turn it off with a broom, because I don't have anything to like stand on in my apartment right now. I do have a couch coming tomorrow. I don't know what you guys care about when it comes to like keeping up with my life and this apartment, but I do have a couch coming tomorrow. I also have a TV stand that needs to be assembled. I have a plant stand that I tried to assemble, did not do a good job with that. And then I also have an over the toilet cabinet to assemble. And then the bed should be here sometime next month, but we're making progress. And I'm actually learning to like enjoy sitting on the floor and enjoy sleeping on the floor essentially with the mattress. Like I'm not complaining. Things have not been bad. Things have been really good so far actually. Like things have been really good so far. But I've been trying to like force myself to adjust faster. I know I'm talking about me, but it's my channel, so thank you for allowing me to talk about myself for a second. I just felt like I needed to force myself to adjust faster, and then I had to remind myself like, Chan, it's only been 2 weeks. You've only been in your own space, in your own apartment for 2 weeks after just being kind of homeless, really, hopping from Airbnb to Airbnb and staying in other people's places for like 7 to 8 months. And now I have my own space. So it's been like a big breath of fresh air, like a big sigh of relief, you know? But in my brain, in the culture in LA can really feel like you need to grind and you need to hustle and you need to work and you need to adjust quickly and you need to be able to move on to the next best thing. You need to be able to elevate and ascend rapidly. It can feel like that. And I'm trying to remind myself like, it's okay to take my time, which is another message that I was getting for all of us is take your time. That's just an overall general message I was getting. It's okay to take your time. I feel like we're actually being encouraged to take our time right now. Don't force anything, which is another message I was getting. Don't force a ring to fit. Don't force the ring to fit. But we'll talk about that in a second. I just wanted to bring you guys all up to speed and then tell you about the smoke alarm. Circling back, thank you. The smoke alarm. It ended up triggering me in a way where I was like having a trauma response because it's a loud noise in such a small condensed area. And then I was thinking about other people and I was like just having a whole moment. And so it took me a second to like actually get the broom to silence and turn off the smoke alarm. Anyway, I wrote down fire alarm, so that could be significant. You may be hearing a fire alarm, you may be having a smoke alarm going off around you, or there may be some sort of false alarm, but it's just a false alarm. And then Spirit channeled something to me about a trauma response. And I wrote down that this felt like a trauma response. So some of you may be responding to life because of the trauma that happened to you. But I'm getting that you're not reliving the trauma, and I'm not reliving any trauma, but my body is remembering how it feels to go through traumatic situations and to be in the trauma. And so some of you may be relating to this right now too, or that's what this alarm is supposed to do. It's supposed to reset us, or reset me. But I feel like if it's for me, it's for you, it's for all of us, right? So there's some sort of like reset happening with an alarm, and it doesn't have to be a physical alarm. It could be like all of a sudden you wake up one day and you realize that you hate the job that you're doing, and you realize that you're living the same life every single day and it's mundane and it's boring, and you know that you're meant for more. That could be the alarm. The false alarm is that you're not being triggered into a trauma experience. Your body is just remembering how it felt, and the mind is connected to the body, so the mind is like replaying it back to you, but you're not reliving it. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like there's some sort of big release happening because we do have the full moon in Leo, so it's like everything is being built up and brought up to the surface so that we can let go of it and we can release it. And this past week, I had this feeling where I wanted to cry. Like, I just kept feeling like I wanted to cry, and it happened for like 3 days in a row and I couldn't cry. So I feel like there is some sort of like building up of energy for a big release. So if you do cry this week on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, don't be alarmed by that. It's a false alarm. It's helping you to release the trauma from your system. Yes, okay. Sometimes I just write down the messages and then I'm supposed to break them down with you guys on the phone, because if I were to break them down every time that I write them, I literally have pages, like probably 10 to 15 pages of channel messages for you. So I try to condense everything into one page or even like 3/4 of a page, so that way I'm not boring you with the channel messages. Anyway, some of you will change your life this week with one decision. Dun dun dun. No, it's a good thing. I was getting that some of you are going to be changing your life this week by choosing to work out, or by choosing not to do something that you normally do every day. And it's going to redirect you. And for some of you, it's going to be to take some sort of invitation that comes in for you. You're gonna go out, you're gonna go have a good time, you're gonna go to an event, you're going to accept an invitation, you're going to leave your house for some of you, and that's going to like change the trajectory of your life this week. For some of you, it's getting back into the gym. For some of you, it's changing your diet. For some of you, it's leaving the house. Whatever it might be, it's gonna resonate differently for all of you, but one choice, one decision will change your life this week for some of you. And then full moon in Leo on January 25th. I don't want to talk too much about that because I will do a specific reading just for that in a few days, maybe even tomorrow. And then I wrote down, don't force the ring. Some of you, this has to do with an engagement, especially in the next 2 to 4 weeks. We do have Valentine's Day coming up, so some of you may be getting engaged to, or some of you may be wanting to propose, but it feels like there's some sort of societal pressure behind this. And I'm being told to tell you to not force the ring. If it's not time, it's not time. If the ring doesn't fit, don't force it over the knuckle. Don't force it onto your finger. Literally and spiritually and metaphorically, don't force the ring to fit, because that ring is Saturn. And Saturn is karma, and it is rules, and it is restrictions. So if you force a ring that doesn't fit, you're gonna have to deal with that, and as long as the ring goes on. Does that make sense? And ring, it like binds you. Some of you are really anti-marriage. I can feel it because of this like this ring that binds you. But some of you, it's a part of your path. It's a part of your destiny. So don't be too afraid of it. And for some of you, you just don't want to, and that's okay. But I was told to tell you, don't force the ring. Don't force the ring to fit. Okay. But that also means don't force the cycle to fit. Some of you, I'm getting like, don't force yourself to fit in. I was also getting this message that everyone just wants to feel like they belong. Everyone just wants to feel like they fit in or like they're loved. And you can say that you don't, but there's deep, deep down within you, even the coldest person wants to feel like they belong and wants to feel loved. That's something we can all share. And so you may be experiencing people like that this week. or you may be the person who's experiencing that this week, wanting to belong. But don't force yourself into any situation, or don't force yourself into any group. Some of you, there may be an engagement and you may have to turn it down the next 2 to 4 weeks, and it may just be a not right now kind of a thing. I feel like there's something about this ring is forever. Whether you guys are together in a partnership forever, you'll always be together forever with this ring, if the ring happens. Once the ring goes on, it's a forever thing. I'm not trying to scare anybody away from marriage, by the way. I'm just channeling. This could be your thoughts, or this could just be what's going on this week. You may be seeing other people getting engaged, and it may be kind of like scaring you and making you think you don't want that for yourself. Or on the opposite side of the spectrum, maybe it's really encouraging to you. Maybe it's like, I really want this too. It's okay to resonate with either side. It's okay to resonate however you resonate. Like, some of you want it, some of you don't want it. Some of you want it later, some of you don't want it at all. It's different for all of us, right? But don't force the ring. And then I wrote down that this is the week we get caught up, or we get some sort of sense of what that feels like to be caught up again. But nothing is normal. I feel like we just had another big spiritual awakening. I feel like I did. I feel like that was what the smoke alarm triggered for me, was another spiritual awakening, for me to get back into this, for me to get back into my spiritual side and connect and be more consistent and all of that. So hopefully there will be more consistency from me. I'm manifesting that I will be more consistent with at least 2 videos on this channel a week. But I just want to get back into reading regularly and doing my spiritual practices, because I really haven't been, because I haven't felt safe and secure too. But now I feel like I'm starting to gain that sense of safety and security and comfort again to get back into my spiritual practices. So you may be as well. Okay, let me get a drink of water. It will pull cards. Every time I do your reading, Virgo, I just feel like I could talk and talk and talk. But I don't want it to just be like one giant run-on sentence or just one giant story time. So I'm trying to make this a coherent reading for you. Some of you, I'm getting that you're done putting up with a fire sign, or you're done putting up with somebody who only wants sex, or somebody who only wants something physical. You're done with that. It doesn't matter if they love bomb you. It doesn't matter if they tell you you're your only option. Like, you don't believe it. Something like that for some of you. Obviously that won't resonate for everyone. I do feel like you're just fed up. You're just done with it. Somebody is not making you like the center of attention, or somebody's not making you the star that you are, or not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. And you can treat yourself better. And so you're moving on from this person for some of you. Or some of you are just rejecting an offer because you don't feel that it's time. You don't feel that you're ready. Queen of Wands, 7 of Wands. This is you, regardless of your gender. And this is you rejecting some sort of offer. Waiting for the right one, waiting for the right offer, the right opportunity. So there is going to be a right opportunity coming in this week. And I feel like it's some sort of decision that you take. You decide to go to this event that you're invited to. You decide to go to somebody's house, play, show, exhibit, something like that. You decide to step out. The full moon in Leo is really giving show up and show out type of energy. You know Leo is very dramatic and theatrical, and it's a full moon. That's intense energy. On top of Leo's already intense, passionate energy, it's the week or the weekend for you to show up and show out. And I feel like that could be what this decision is. You decide to leave your house. You decide to take better care of yourself. You decide to do something that you want to do. You decide to break up with something or someone, and it makes you happy. Yeah, look at the 3 of Cups. And it really does change your life. It puts an end to something. And look how happy it makes you with the 3 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands is also that person I was getting that you're not putting up with anymore because they're too childish, because they don't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, because they only want something physical, because they're hot and cold here one day, gone tomorrow. Like, you're just fed up with that. You'd rather have a good time. You'd rather be living your best life. You'd rather be taking care of yourself. You'd rather be pouring love into yourself, period. I do feel like some of you are going to meet somebody new though, and it's going to be very confusing. We're seeing the Chariot. This person has like an edge to them, or maybe you're a little edgy. Yeah, I feel like you are going to meet somebody when you're out at night, and it's gonna make you confused because you're like, I'm not dating right now, I just got out of something, I'm just out to have a good time. You're not really thinking about it. And then it just kind of like smacks you right in the face and you're like, what do I do with this? Have a good time, have a good night. That's it. Like, you don't need to worry about what comes next or what comes after. I feel like it's just a good time. I'm hearing you're here for a good time, not a long time. So enjoy yourself. Yeah, the Three of Cups. Really, the advice for you this week is to enjoy yourself, to enjoy life, to enjoy the event, to enjoy the opportunity, to just enjoy life. Yeah, and then we're seeing the Four of Wands, like celebrate life, celebrate the end of a tough chapter of your life. Take your time. Yeah, I'm hearing you don't have to come back anytime soon, or you don't have to go back anytime soon, or ever at all. Okay. I'm just getting a lot of messages, and I'm getting that some of you are meant to have a really rich, lavish lifestyle and you haven't been living that way, but this reading or this week marks the beginning of that, especially with whatever decision you're making. It leads you to a very rich and lavish lifestyle. Whatever that one choice is leads you to some sort of rich and lavish lifestyle for some of you, or just a more abundant, more peaceful lifestyle. But for some of you, I'm really getting like rich, lavish, you deserve this. You have that kind of energy, or je ne sais quoi is what I'm getting. No matter where you're from, no matter how you're raised, you just have this sort of like it girl, it guy, it person energy to you, and it's finally showing up, or it's finally coming out this week. Somebody is making you feel like this, or you're making yourself feel like this, or the end of this tough chapter, the end of this tough chapter is making you feel like this. Okay. I'm hearing don't overdo it. Oh, there's a 3-drink maximum. Yep. There's a 3-drink maximum. Unless you're a lightweight, then it's a 2-drink maximum. Okay, if you are a drinker, if you are going to be drinking when you're out, it's fine if you do. Of course, it's legal if you're over the age of 21, or if you're over the age of whatever it might be in whatever country you're listening to. But I'm hearing no more than 3 drinks. And if you're a lightweight and you know that you can't handle 3 drinks, then no more than 2 drinks, right? Take what resonates. Because you're here to have a good time. You're here to enjoy yourself. You're not here to get sloppy. You're not here to get messy. Some of you, you're like, your lifestyle is elevating. I'm just getting like there's this elevation, ascension that's happening. And that's what the spiritual awakening is showing you, that you are exactly where you are supposed to be this week. And this decision is the exact decision you need to make. This choice is going to change your life. For real, for some of you, it is like an event that you're going to, or something that you're going to get invited to. And it may be a little scary, but go. Really, accept the invitation. Go, have a good time, enjoy your life, show up, show out. Have a good time, for real. And then we're seeing the 5 of Pentacles, and I did pre-channel this card for you guys. Somebody may be feeling like pushed away. Somebody may be feeling distant. And this could be you, but I'm not getting it. It's you. I feel like this is how other people are feeling, or someone else is feeling without you, or when they watch you, when they look at you, when they see you, because you've grown so much. And it reminds them that they haven't. I'm getting this Albert Einstein quote. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Let's clarify the 5 of Pentacles. The reading just got a little heavy. I feel like you're trying to live your life, you're trying to enjoy your life, that's the advice for you, but there is still something here that's like lingering. And I feel like this is the week that it gets cleared up. I also am getting that this is the week that you get caught up, because some of you have been like saying you're going to do something and maybe you haven't been able to follow through. Or there's been some sort of responsibilities that you've had to kind of push off, and nobody's judging you. I feel like you needed to do that for yourself. And now you're able to get caught up this week on everything. And even if you're not able to get caught up on everything this week, there's going to be a few things that you get caught up on, and it's going to give you a sense of stability, or a sense of like, hey, I'm getting caught up. But nothing is normal and nothing is going back to normal. It's something that I needed to say. You're creating a new normal each and every day. We're seeing the 6 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. clarifying the Five of Pentacles. And I was saying that somebody feels distant, somebody feels left out, but that's changing this week too with the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. It's like something about reconnecting or receiving something, a blessing, money, whatever you need. The universe is providing whatever it is that you need or whatever it is that has been missing from your life this week. I feel like there's good news coming in, or there's some sort of really good energy coming into your life as bad energy is leaving your life, if that makes sense. It's feeling very like third grade, the way that I'm like explaining that, but that's what I'm getting. There's all this good energy coming towards you as you're choosing yourself, living your life, enjoying your life, taking your time, meeting new people, connecting deeper to your connections and relationships that you already have, taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on life. Like all of that energy is coming in and it's making you to feel better, and it's creating even more good energy, and all of the like bad, sad, negative, trauma, hatred, anxiety, it feels like it's being pushed out with this energy this week. Okay. For some of you, you're getting over some sort of like cold or flu. I'm seeing some of you have a sickness. You're getting over that. And then we're seeing the Eight of Pentacles. It wouldn't be a Virgo reading without the Eight of Pentacles or the Hermit. And then we're seeing the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing take your time. Somebody wants you to take your time at work, or somebody wants you to take your time with your work, because you're hearing you're a marksman or a craftsman. What I'm getting is that you're like really, really skilled at your craft. So you're being guided to take your time. You produce the best results when you take your time, is what I'm getting. Somebody wants to see you put out your best work. This could be a mother, or this could be a community of like spiritualists, psychics, or like a community of women. I don't know. It feels like there's some sort of community here, or there's just like people who want to see you put out your best work. So they're encouraging you to take your time. Last card for you. Actually, we'll get an angel. No, we won't. We won't get an angel answers card because they're not down here. We're gonna get an Astro Oracle card. Astro Star Codes Oracle card. We have Gemini energy around you this week, and this card says cross-pollinate. So yeah, meet new people, mingle. Some of you are making a new friend who's a Gemini, or you're hanging out with your friend who's a Gemini this week as well. Gemini also represents like communication. So there's going to be a lot of communication this week, or there's an opportunity for you to communicate, to meet new people, something like that. This is just really telling me to tell you to take that invite, because for some of you, there is some sort of invitation that comes in this week, or that already came in and it's coming through this week. Like you got the invite a couple of days ago, but it's for an event or for something that's happening this week. Go. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Meet new people. Talk. Okay, hopefully this reading helped you, Virgo. Sending you love always. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace.